Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the
5% Club.
All right, awkward silence.
Woo! Ah! Eee!
All right,
No, I have not taken a second job as a sound engineer.
I thought you were one of those sound effects guys that you see on Facebook, the behind the scenes jukebox type dude. Anyways, speaking of
No, no.
speaking of ye old David Pataki here with that's him. I'm Marie Mejia, he's David. Um, totally forgot, but apparently I didn't forget because I sent you a birthday card, but I forgot. Just passed your birthday. So happy late birthday. And whenever people are listening, make sure you text a message to David saying happy birthday because he needs all the love he can get. It's hard. It's hard being David.
Oh, I don't know if I need all the love I could get. I've got a wonderful family that looked after me. My wife did a awesome little date night. We did something with the kids the one night, and then the other night it was kind of a cool little thing. It was one of those multiple choice date nights where I had to blindly choose one card or another. So the first card, unbeknownst to me at the end, I mean, I asked at the end, but one of the cards was dress down, one was dress up. So I picked the card, it was dress up. And then we drove to sort of the midway point between one of two restaurants. And my wife stopped the car, and I got to choose a card blindly and found out what restaurant. And so we did that a few times, and we ended up at this fantastic restaurant in Barrie, Ontario, Canada, called the Farmhouse. A little shout out to you, whoever's in Barrie or wants to, you should go there. Awesome food, and it just so happened it was delicious, which meant they had a set menu or set priced menu. So basically, so for the price of the entree, I got an entree, an appetizer, and a dessert. So, well, so did my wife for that matter. But so it was awesome, and shout out to my wife for getting creative and making it a memorable birthday date. Oh,
Wow.
and I am wearing a sweater for those who can't see, but those who can see, I'm wearing a sweater that my mother-in-law gave me, which I absolutely love. It is quite a comfortable and nice looking sweater.
It looks comfy. I'm assuming it's keeping you warm in these Canadian winter/spring. It's cold, man. It's hard to find
Yes.
a good sweater, good jacket. Once you find one, you got to keep a hold on to it. Keep yourself
Well,
warm.
especially when you're buying for somebody else, right? It's easier, sorry, to buy something for yourself because you like it, but to buy for somebody else, you got to kind of put yourself in their position and figure out what they would like. Anyways, enough about my birthday.
Enough about you. This ain't the show. This isn't the David Pataki
No,
show. This is a 5% club with David Pataki. You're just a little footnote in the show.
that's right. Yeah, what we're here for is to help you folks out there, you people out there that are entrepreneurs, that are business owners. Our only purpose of sitting down, getting together, is to help you folks move along, give more value to or we're giving more value to you, potentially our customers. And we will touch on that a little bit later, but that's what we're here for. We're just here to help you uh, join the 5% Club, get moving, grow your business, enjoy the financial and the time freedom that we all want when we started our business in the first place.
100%. And every episode that we have for this season, we invite you to do some homework because we know to be part of the 5% club, you
But
need
you better do the
better
homework.
do the homework. Gosh.
Sorry, I'm interrupting you, Maria. But listen, I know I'm talking over you because this is important. the homework slash writing it down. Like seriously, if you want to grow your business, you've got to do something different, as we talked about in the last episode. Sorry, Maria, I'm just very passionate about trying to help business owners, get over that hump, get to that financial freedom.
All right,
Go
so
ahead.
according to David, you have to do the homework. And the homework for last episode was to write down how you can start working on your business instead of in your business. A quick recap is, businesses nowadays is being done differently than it was in the olden days, 20 plus years ago. Business owners need to focus more on working on their business, their market dominating position, who their ideal clients are, what software to use in the business, more than actually the hands-on part of the business, doing the product, building the product, or doing the service. So, did you write down different ways that you can start working on your business and steps to get you there? So I was
You know
about to
what?
say,
And if you are,
go
oh,
for
I'm
it.
sorry, because Maria, you're saying such great nuggets here that I have to add to them. If you're listening, especially if you're watching it, please down in the comments write down one or two of the things that you wrote down to help you um, work on the business. And then that'll just help other business owners or other viewers to potentially learn from what you did and find out, that we're not alone. Another thing, sorry to get on this soapbox here, Maria, but one of the things that a lot of business owners think is that the troubles and the struggles that they're going through, they're the only ones that are going through it. No, I'm here to tell you emphatically, no, you are not the only one. In fact, most business owners have encountered pretty much something along the lines that you're struggling with right now. So please don't feel like you're alone. And don't think that you're less of a business owner because you're hitting these and you don't know how to you're hitting these roadblocks, you're not sure how to get over them. It's natural. As an entrepreneur, a lot of times, we're passionate about a business, we start to grow it, but we don't have the knowledge to actually build the business. And that's what Maria and I are here for, is that we're here to help you to jump over that hurdle and to continue to build your business. Okay, I'm gonna step back down now.
I get off that soapbox of yours. You can get on it later on in the episode, because I am, this one we kind of wanted to focus a little bit of what we kind of hinted toward about it on previous episodes, but is, what is your irresistible offer? What is something that will help those people who are on the fence of either buying or not buying? Those people, how are you able to get those people to buy from you? So, what's the Pataki?
All right, so I think to help set the table for this, now that we're going to eat, so I think it's right back to that amazing meal I had. Anyways, no, set the table. There's the Panastic business
There,
coach
there
coming
we
out
go.
there. I
Yeah,
apologize for you folks out there, but now to set the table. What is the buyer's journey? Most people, most business owners, they look at the person that calls them, walks into their store, or emails them as really the only part of the buyer's journey. But in reality, there's actually essentially three different stages of a buying decision. The first one is when you've decided, or when you've thought you've got the notion, I want to buy something, right? So you're finding the reasons to buy that lawnmower, for example. You know, my grass, I've got a lawnmower, it's not really working that well, but so I need a lawnmower. So what are the pros? So thinking about what is the benefits of um, buying that lawnmower. Well, then it starts easier. It's easier on my back. I don't have to pay for repairs. So this is what they're thinking about, right? And then the second stage of the buyer's journey is sort of the why shouldn't I buy it? You're starting to qualify the purchase, um, process here. So what are your objections? well, if I buy it, I'm going to have to spend X amount of dollars on it. If I buy it, I'm going to have to get rid of the old one, and how am I going to do that? Or if I buy it, do I have to learn something new, or is there something different? Right? So you're mentally going through some objections in your mind. But once you've able to qualify that to yourself, you've realized why you want to buy it, and you've satisfied all the objections to buy it. Now, so that's the 1, 2. Stage 3 is the now buyer. You've gone through those two processes. Now you're ready to buy. So now what you're doing is looking to, where am I buying this lawnmower from? Am I going to store A, store B, or store C? And typically, uh, if everyone is out there is only going by price, then the buyer is likely going to buy from the cheapest, unless you've been able to build value over the buyer's journey. And that's why it was important for us to establish the journey that someone takes to get to the now buying position. Now, this is the opportunity for you. So the now buyer is the one that emails you, calls you out of the blue, or walks into your store. They've already gone through the first two stages. Now they're ready to buy. So they're going to walk into the store and they're going to find out what the value proposition is. What value are you offering? I've used this analogy numerous times, but like if you've got, a bottle of Coca-Cola, one store is $2, and the bottle of Coca-Cola, the other store is a buck 75. Chances are you're just going to go to the store that sells it for a buck 75. So there's really no value proposition, and price is the only difference. So during the buyer's journey, that's your opportunity to start connecting. And as I said earlier, you're starting to add value to the customer before they've even decided to buy from you. And that offer that, Maria mentioned, the irresistible offer, where we're going with all this is that irresistible offer is giving them an offer that moves them along the buyer's journey, usually from the now buyer to buying it from you. To help them do that, you need to get the low resistance informational value added offer. The offer in the ad, lawnmowers, 990 or $499, call me now, right? Like that call me now is not an irresistible offer. That's just a call me now so I can sell you on the $499 lawnmower. But if your ad says something like, cut your grass in half the time, um, zero repairs guaranteed for zero repair fees for 5 years guaranteed. Um, give me your, click on this button and I will send you 10 tips on how to keep your grass greener than your neighbors. So that ad there is touching on on some of the buyer's journey. What are the benefits? Well, I'm gonna be able to cut the grass in half the time. It's not going to cost me anything on repairs for 5 years guaranteed. And if I click on this button here, you're going to give me value added tips on how my grass is going to be greener than the neighbors. And everyone who lives in a neighborhood, they all look at the other neighbors and say, oh, whose grass is greener, right? So that is a great example of what irresistible offer is. And what that allows is that, again, you are giving them value before they buy from you. So even at the end of the day, if your lawnmower is $549 and the other person is $499, yours is a $50 or $50 higher product, but it could be the exact same product, right? It could be the Honda XZB, 2800. Both models could be the same, but what you're offering is that they're not going to have to pay for any repairs for 5 years. If there's any maintenance that needs to be done, you're going to look after that free of charge. So that person's going to look at that and go, you know what? There's value added. I've got a maintenance-free lawnmower for 5 years. Where the other person I could buy for $4.99, and all of a sudden, it breaks down 2 years from now, and I have to pay someone, $150 to fix it. Where that $50 value, or if it doesn't break down for 5 years, it doesn't matter. But that peace of mind is worth the $50. But the offer though at that point is saying, I will give you 10 tips on how to have a greener grass than your neighbor. So now there are two things that happen there. You're giving them value, but you now also have a means of contacting them again. You found out that you have an interested prospect, a prospect that's in your target market, and they're in your target market because they clicked on your ad and they've asked for that information. So they are a qualified prospect for you. So in a nutshell, you might want to go back, rewind it, because there's a packed full of information there. But in a nutshell, that's exactly what you need to do. And then what happens is, if that person doesn't buy from you right away, guess what? Yep, this should be another episode for sure. But there's the drip campaign. In fact, I'm not going to go any further than, you put them into a drip campaign. I'll explain that later in a different episode. But now you have their information so you can continue to contact them.
Yeah, like I feel like that's a really important part of, having an irresistible offer. If you're going to give out information, low risk, low hesitation information to people, you need to be collecting their information, because the more people that you have on a potential emailing list, the more likely they'll complete the buyer's journey. Like David said, some people might just be, dipping their toes and looking into your services at the time. They're just looking into buying a riding lawnmower. They're just looking into, getting a business coach. They're doing their research before they start the actual analysis of, okay, which business do I want to be working with? Um, if we're able to gather those people's email addresses, their names, then we can throw them into that drip campaign.
But that drip campaign, again, I'm just going to go back. I'm going to hit this hard every time we talk about this. You want to always be giving them value. Like if you get them into a drip campaign, you're not just sending them an email saying, buy from me, buy from me, buy from me. You want to continue to provide your prospects, your qualified prospects, with value, because that value will eventually pay off. Maybe they don't buy from you, but they talk to their neighbor and someone's asked them similar questions. Go, you know what? I learned this from, David, Maria. You should give them a call, right? So, you can never go wrong with continuing to add value to people's lives.
Yep. And your irresistible offer is obviously different for each person. It might not just be like you get free, quote unquote, free services from us for 5 years, depending on what you buy, that kind of thing. It can be something small and simple. Like if you like to teach a course, you could have a course on your website or on another hosted site, and teach people something, either cooking, how to do their taxes, how to navigate social media, things like that. um, you can create a podcast. This is very low resistant for a lot of people, and it's pretty free for most people to listen to a podcast. Do something that you feel very comfortable in doing and sharing information. That also could be writing a blog, just giving a little bits of information, maybe ghostwriting on someone else's blog or being a guest on someone else's podcast. Give out that information that would help someone be interested in working with you personally.
Exactly. Again, added value, and like it's a bit of a value exchange proposition there when you are saying, I will give you 10 tips if you give me your email address. And if someone is respectfully enough, or gives you, trusts you enough to give you their contact information, be respectful enough that you don't, like I said, you don't just hammer them with sales information, that you continue to build value in there. And just to go back, just to clarify that, $50 extra for the maintenance fee for 50 years, or 50 years for 5 years, sorry. That's not necessarily the irresistible offer there. That could be your market dominating position, right? If you are the type of person, or if you have a mechanic, a small engine repair mechanic on staff, then that totally can be your market dominating position if you're selling lawnmowers, right? You sell them with, in all fairness, a brand new lawnmower should not break down in 5 years. It's very little risk of having to do maintenance. However, it's the same reason all car manufacturer has the 5 year $100,000 warranty, right? It's that you're selling them a peace of mind.
Mm.
So sometimes, yes, it might cost you $50 to fix somebody's lawnmower, but then the five other people that don't need repairs in 5 years, that's where you end up making you continue to maintain your profit. But that again is it's just that market dominating position. Well, it's maintenance free for 5 years, or you say for 7 years, whatever you're comfortable with. I mean, the products and so on, right? And we're always talking about lawnmowers right now, but again, peace of mind is because you're building the value in, because customers don't necessarily always want to buy price. If you say this Coca-Cola's $2, this is 175, then they're going to buy on price. But buy this Coke for $2, buy this Coke for $50 and get a free back massage, you're probably buying the $50 Coke, whatever it is, right? You're adding value to the proposition. So the customer will look at it and go, well, is that peace of mind $50? Is that peace of mind worth the $50? Or am I able just to, I'll take the risk, or I'll fix it myself, right? But the people who see the value in it, they're more than willing to pay the $50. In fact, they might pay $75 extra, right? Depending on who your target market is. And that's why you need to know, if you go back a couple episodes, you need to know who your target market is, right? And if your target market is that sort of middle upper class that's willing to pay the price but doesn't want to do any maintenance on their machines, those are your target market right there. You won't know that unless you know who your target market is.
Yep. So, in a nutshell, you need to figure out and create your irresistible offer. And that offer needs to include something that is low resistant and informational, something that will help someone progress on the buyer's journey towards you and your services.
Right, and definitely, please, it can't be, or sorry, it can't be. Of course, it can be. If you do it, it can be. But please don't do call me, or call for a free estimate. Like, first of all, most people are saying that. And you don't want to be the person that says that. You want to offer them something that's of value. And yeah, it might actually cost you a little bit. Maybe it's a little bit of time. Maybe you've had to put some effort into putting together a package. Maybe you even offer them a $10 gift card for the local coffee shop, or whatever it is, depending on what the product is. That's where you got to think for yourself. What is it? What is it worth it to me to be able to give this person an offer, right? So again, not free estimates. All real estate agents, not all. 98% of real estate agents says free home evaluation. Well, everyone does it, so there's no added value there, right? What is it that you're actually adding value? All right, get back off that that soapbox. But when I get passionate about something, I just need to say it, and say it with the passion, so that hopefully you people at home that are hearing this can understand that this is something you really need to consider. If you want to be successful, you want to build past where you are, you've got to do these little things, and you've got to do them to the best of your ability.
All right, so all of you out there in TV land, as it were, well, I guess now it's podcast land. All those that are listening to us, your homework for this episode is to figure out what is your irresistible offer for your business. Make sure you write it down, and even write it down in the comments, or send it to us and let us know what is your irresistible offer. Maybe we can, bounce some ideas off of each other and off of people in the comment section. That'd be amazing. That's what we're here for. We're here to help you and your business grow.
100%. And remember, if you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there. So figure out where you're going.
All right, everybody. You all have a great rest of the day, week, month, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye.